Hi, YouTube. Someone thumbs up it already? That's awesome. Thank you. Just starting it up. Share it out to people if you know anyone else that would like to be taking. Going to start Instagram. Let's see. Hi. And Instagram. Okay. Hi, guys. So definitely, if revolved hand to big toe pose is a tough one, i.e. you're tight down here, it's hard to twist, it's hard to do something like this, grab a strap, please. With or without a mat. James, hi. Don't need a mat. Get a blanket if you've got sensitive knees. Towel can be an option if you don't have a strap, you can use a towel instead. Whoops. And blocks, 2 blocks. Don't have blocks, get books. And yeah, okay. I'll let you guys get everything set. I'm going to turn off comments on Instagram. If you need to send me a message, you can always DM me if you're not sure about stuff. Please do. Modify. Remember to modify. Please modify as much as you need. Whatever your body says to you. So, 2 blocks, 1 strap, mat or an area that you're not going to slip, and yeah, blanket if you need, bolster if you need, towel if you need, water, all that stuff. We're going to start lying down on our back. Have your strap. Move onto your back. Make sure your strap is easy to grab. And we'll start with the soles of the feet flat, knees bent, knees together, feet wide. You can bring the arms out wide or in a goalpost position as long as you can relax comfortably, that it's not going to lift any part of the body off the ground. If it's uncomfortable with the legs together, you can just keep the knees apart if that feels better. Just feel maybe a gentle stretch around the outside of the thighs, through the low back. Close the eyes, put the neck in a neutral position so it's not flat, and it's not overly arched so the chin doesn't point all the way up to the sky. Close the eyes. Just for this first, say 4 or 5 breaths, I'm really mindful of the area where you are. So you could do that by listening. Does the body feel a temperature? How do the clothes feel on your body? How does it feel to breathe? Are you following the breath as it moves in and out? Any areas of the body that stand out and feel tense or tight? Is there anything else in your area that's standing out, trying to gain your attention, or something that's in the forefront of your attention? Then let's bring the focal point a little more directed into the breath. If you need the hands on the body just to help with that deeper 360 breath down near the pelvis, bring the hands just below the navel. So find your belly button, hands below the navel, fingertips touch. Make sure the elbows rest. As you inhale, you should push the fingers apart just by the belly expanding. And as you exhale, everything drops back down. The fingers move back in towards one another. Continuing like that, inhale, expand. Low back should move towards the ground. On the exhale, everything turns back in towards the spine. And if possible, begin to breathe through the nose. Continue inhale and expand. If it feels good, walk the feet just a little bit wider. deep inhale breath. Full, slow exhale. Again, out of the nose if possible. Take just a couple more. Noticing how the feet feel if you did change the position of the legs. Feel any change in the tissues of the body? Does it feel like it's being pulled in a different way? One more full breath in. Slow full breath out. And part the knees, keep the feet wide, bring the arms either to a goalpost or a T position if they were on the body. And then exhale, let the knees drop over to the left hand side. Stay here, reach the right arm back behind you. Option to bring the left foot on top of the right thigh. So hopefully just doing a nice little stretch, a little through the front, through the side, the obliques. Think of pushing the upper back rib cage on the right side of the body towards the ground. And then the inner right thigh towards the ground. Take another full breath in. Slow full breath out. If you can, right leg stays where it is. Lift the left foot off the right. Lower the left foot back to the ground. Inhale, knees back to the center. Feet stay wide. Exhale, knees drop to the right. Same thing, you can stay right here. If you need support, you support. Otherwise, right ankle can go on top of the left thigh. Again, coaxing the inner left thigh towards the ground. Notice if that creates an overly large or overly arched lower back. Think of lengthening the low back towards the back of the left knee, still gently pressing on the left thigh with the right foot if you are using that as support, as leverage. Left arm will reach back behind you. Rib cage on the left back side of the body pushes towards the ground. Take 2 more breaths. Again, if the foot on top of the knee doesn't work, you can always release it down. Slow, deep inhale. Lengthening the back and the front. Slow, full, relaxed exhale. Left leg stays where it is. On the inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, release the right leg. Inhale to the center. Again, goalpost or tee the arms. Exhale, knees drop left. Just going to move to our breath, nice and slow. Inhale to the center. Exhale, knees drop right. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, knees drop left. Inhale to the center. Exhale, slowly legs drop right. One more time each side. Again, slowly inhale to the center. Exhale, legs drop left. Full breath with movement. Inhale to the center. Exhale, legs drop right. Inhale, legs to the center. Let's grab our strap. And raise our left leg towards the sky. Place the strap around the ball of the foot on the left leg. Here, grab each side of the strap. So one hand's not grabbing them. You're not trying to create a loop in the strap. You want to use the long part of the strap. The arms are straight, the shoulders plug back down into the ground. Push up into the strap with the ball point, but flex the toes to the face and push the heel up to the sky. The right foot can stay flat, or you can extend and release the right foot to the ground, as long as that doesn't tilt or twist or lift the pelvis. Flex, if you are releasing the right foot to the ground, you're going to flex the right toes to the face, and then pull the leg in using the strap at the same time, push the leg away. So again, that resistance. Press the left hip to the ground. Take another full breath in, keep the toes to the face. Keep pushing the leg away as you pull the arms in. One more full breath in. Place the strap, both sides of the strap in the right hand. Your left hip's going to stay on the ground. So the leg's only going to come part of the way. Let it come across the body as you flex the baby toe side. So that's the lateral arch into the left hip. So make sure your left butt cheek stays on the ground. Reach the left arm out to the side. Keep pulling the lateral arch into the outer hip. So think of pushing the inner arch up, pulling the outside of the leg back to the hip. If you need your hand here to keep that anchored, press the left thumb into the left hip. Take one more full inhale breath. And now we'll go the entire way. Bring your leg all the way over to the right side. So the foot might either come to the ground. If you need to put a block under the foot to lift it up, or maybe some other props, you can. Right leg is extended here. Flex the right toes in, flex the left toes in. Left arm reaches straight out to the side. If you can, look over towards the left thumb. If that's not okay for the neck, keep your head up towards the ceiling. Same thing, I want you to pull the baby toe side in towards the outer hip, and then press the left shoulder blade down towards the ground. Rotate the left hip towards the inner right heel. Keep flexing both feet towards the shin. Both toes, all toes of both feet. Take another full inhale, full exhale. Inhale, bring the legs straight back up. Use the strength of the left glute, quad, hamstring. And then place the strap in the left hand, just a little counterbalance like last week. Let's open the thigh, open the leg to the left side. Right arm comes out to the side. If you can take big toe pose with the peace fingers, your peace fingers will grab your left big toe. Right hip stays on the ground. If it's lifted, right hand comes on top of the right hip, press it down. If you need your elbow to support the left leg, you'll have that on the ground. Flex the toes in. Think of lengthening through the inner left thigh. Right heel stays on the ground. Make sure it's straight out from the right hip, but it's not going over to the side. Again, pull the toes of both feet towards the face. You can always put a block under the outside of the left foot or the left shin. Take another full breath in. Full breath out. And then slowly inhale, bring the leg back up to the center. Hug the knee into the chest, interlace the fingers at the front of the shin. Pull the knee out towards the underarm. Pull the knee in towards the center of the torso. Again, the knee out towards the left to the underarm. Knee in towards the center of the torso. Release the sole of the left foot flat to the ground. Bring the right leg in. Again, let's put the strap around the ball point of the right foot. So it's just behind the webbing, that part that you can really push up. Again, grab either side of the strap, one hand on each side. Make sure you're not wrapping the strap around your hands as well. Arms are straight, plug the shoulders back into the ground. Push the ball point up and start to pull the strap in closer and closer towards you. That same option, if you have the space, you are welcome to extend the left leg flat. Press the left hamstring down into the ground. Make sure again that the pelvis is not twisted, tilted, or lifted. If it is, just place the left foot flat to the ground again, bend the knee. To create that resistance, pull the strap in, walking the hands up the strap if you have that extra space. Flex the toes to the face, push the leg away. So we did this last week as well, a little different. Keep pulling in, push the heels away. If the left leg is extended, make sure that you're really activating the left leg, flexing the toes in, pushing the heel away, just like the right leg lifted to the sky. Take another full inhale breath. Right hip stays on the ground, strap comes into the left hand. If you need your thumb in the right hip crease, put it there. Right hip stays down, leg comes about, say, quarter, not even a fifth of the way across. Actively press the right hip back down, keep flexing the left toes in. Now let's really pull the baby toe side. So the lateral arch pulls towards the outer right hip. The inner arch, so think of lengthening up through the inner leg, up through the inner arch, flexing the toes in, pushing the right hip back and down. You guys feel it? Option to bring the right arm out to the side. Good. Again, the strap's just in the left hand. The leg is across the body to the left side. Take one more full inhale breath. Keep pulling the baby toe side in. And then we'll move all the way onto the edge of the left hip. Let the right leg come over to the left side. Option for the right arm to reach out to the side. And then keep flexing the toes in. Both legs again. Extended. Heels push out, toes pull in. Actively press the right shoulder blade down. If you need your leg off the ground here, again, same option. So if right shoulder lifts up, let's put some props under the inside of the right leg so the right shoulder can come back down, and then you can be really active with the right leg and pressing the right shoulder blade down, maybe looking over the right shoulder to the right thumb. Push the right hip towards the inner left heel. So really active, lengthening the right side waist, making it nice and long here. Take another full breath in. Slow, full exhale. And then slowly bring the legs straight back up. Let's place the strap in the right hand. Again, we'll bend the elbow if you need to, or put the props on the right side. Left leg stays straight out from the left hip. Start to open the right leg out to the right side. Keep the toes pulled in. Left hip stays on the ground. So if it starts to lift up, press it back down. Just don't go as far with the right leg instead. Push the heel out. Nice and active. Left hamstring presses down. So think of the lower back lengthening towards the left heel. Left arm can reach out to the side. Option to look over to the left thumb. Breathing slowly. Really allowing the length through the inner right thigh. Slow deep breaths in and out. Good. One more full inhale. Full exhale. Slowly inhale, lift the leg back up to the center. Remove the strap, bend the knee, or put finger interlacing around the right shin. Pull the right knee out towards the right underarm. Knee in towards the center. Again, out towards the underarm. And the knee in towards the center. Release the right foot to the ground. Bring the left foot to the ground as well. Both feet flat about hip width, arms down by the side. Press into the palms, the triceps and the forearms. Inhale into a bridge pose. Lift the hips up. Grab the outer hips up to the sky. Press nice and even into the ball point, the big toe mound and the heel. Exhale, slowly lower all the way back down. Do that a couple of times. See if you can articulate the spine with purpose. Inhale, slowly lift from pelvis. Low spine, mid spine to upper spine. Make sure the neck keeps the natural curve. Exhale, slowly articulate back down. One more time. Inhale, pelvis, low spine, mid spine, upper spine. Exhale, slowly lower back down. And then let's hug the knees into the chest. Take a little rock side to side. As long as this is okay for your spine, grab behind the knees, we'll rock backwards and forwards. Think of rounding the spine, making this as fluid as possibly can. Pause anywhere it feels good. About 3 or 4 more. Then we'll come up to a seated position. So we will sit in a 90-90 or a deer pose position. So we can use the long end of the mat just so we got the space. Bring your left shin, if you're on Instagram this will be mirrored, left shin parallel to the long end of the mat. Your right knee comes out directly in line with your right hip. Left knee is straight out directly in line with your left hip. The inner arch of the right foot will be to the ground. If you need some support or if this is really, really intense and you're leaning over to the side, the hand can come down. You're welcome to sit up on props as long as it's stable, that you feel like you can keep yourself moving and you're not going to fall off it. So from here, I want you to press the left shin down and the right shin down. Flex the toes in towards you. Right hip might be slightly lifted up off the ground. And we're going to slowly turn away from the left knee. Turning to the left, you can use the hands if you need, but this is active, working from the torso actively rotating. We're not forcing ourselves past what we can do in an active position. Come back to the center, and then we're going to rotate towards the right knee. Keep the shins pushing down towards the ground, the toes flexed. Come back to the center, again to the left. Hands can be on the ground or at heart, wherever they need to be. Keep the legs active. Left shin pushes down, right shin pushes down. Inhale back to the center. Exhale to the right. Again, legs are active. They're not just hanging in space. Inhale back to the center. Now here, we are going to fold over the left knee. Pull the leg up as you pull the chest down to the leg. Now we're going to do the opposite. Push your leg down as you sit back up. Exhale, pull the shin up towards the chest, the leg down towards the shin. Inhale as we sit back up, pushing away like a magnet, two magnets. Exhale, we pull back in like magnets attracting. Last one, inhale, we sit up, push the shins down, chest up. And now from here, I want you to think we will lift our right leg up if you can, and then bring the right leg forwards. Let's cross at the center of the shin. If you need to move the legs or your bum, you can. Toes flex in, the heels move out in line with the outer knees. Inhale for a seated cow, lift the chest. Exhale for a seated cat. Inhale for a seated cow. Exhale, seated cat. Come back up to a neutral spine. Lift the arms up to the sky. Inhale, breath, option to look up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Again, inhale, arms lift straight back up to the sky. And exhale, let's take a twist to the right. Bring the right hand behind you, left hand outside the right knee. Now notice if you're leaning back here, try and have the spine in an upright position, like it's straight up neutral. We are just allowing the twist of the chest. The right hand will come closer towards you. If you are leaning back, you can put a prop under the hand. Now, squeeze your butt cheeks in, and then look over the right shoulder, close the eyes, push your eyeballs into the very far right corner of the eye sockets. You're welcome to push the tongue into the right side of the cheek as well. Breathe down below the navel again, below back. One more inhale. One more exhale. Now here, you are welcome to bring the arms out to a T if that works for you. That means you have less of a rotation. Bring it to where that works. Pull the shoulder blades back if the arms are reaching. Push out through the fingers. Take a full inhale breath. Keep the butt cheeks hugging in. Sit tall. One more full exhale. Squeeze the ribs in. Inhale, let's come back up to the center. Exhale, hands come to heart. Let's bring our left leg back. So we're just swapping it over this time. Right knee comes straight out from the right hip. Excuse me. Right toes flexed. Right shins parallel. Left knee comes straight out from the left hip. So the legs are not touching. It's a little different. It's like a pulled apart deer pose. And then the left heel is out in line with the left knee. This is tight here. Okay, again, sit up taller if you need. Or you can always lean over, bring the hands to the ground. Take a full inhale breath. Push the right shin down, flex the toes. Same with the left. I want you to think, push it in towards the ground. So really anchoring down. Same thing, left butt cheek might be slightly lifted. It really depends on how flexible the joints are in the pelvis, femur to pelvis connection. Take a full inhale breath. On the exhale, we're going to turn actively. Again, we're not using the hands to turn, we're using the torso to turn. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, we turn to the left. Same thing. If you need to use your hand to support you, you can, but I want you to think, twist to the center of the chest. Inhale, center. Exhale, cinch the ribs in. We twist to the right. Keep pushing the shins down. Inhale to the center. Exhale, we turn to the left. Inhale to the center. Let's do it one more time. Exhale, let's turn to the right. Keep pushing the shins down. Pull the toes into the shin. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the left. Good, let's come back to the center. And we fold over the right knee, pull the shin up towards you, pull the chin up. Exhale, pull the body down, pull the shin up towards the body. Legs are very active. Pull the toes in. Inhale, sit up, push the shin down, the leg down. Exhale, pull yourself in, pull the shin up, pull the body down. Again, inhale, sit up, push the shin down, lift the torso. Same thing here. Inhale, lift the arms straight up towards the sky. Exhale, bring the hands to heart. We'll lift the left leg up and forwards. Let's cross our left shin in front of the right. Same thing, cross the middle of the shins, heels towards the outside of the knees. Inhale, arms lift straight up to the sky, sit tall. Exhale, hands come to heart. Hug your butt cheeks in, flex the toes. Have the feet like they're standing on the wall so they're not turned in or out. Inhale, arms are straight up to the sky. Exhale, let's take a twist to the left. This time, left hand behind, right hand outside the leg. You can use that as leverage as long as you can keep the spine in an upright position, and then you're taking that active twist like what we were doing before. So the head looks over the left shoulder. Eyes, might be closed, looking into the very left corner of the eye sockets, tongue pushing into the left side of the cheek. Keep the legs active, sit taller. Cinch the ribs in, the navel in, the low back in as you exhale. Option here to reach the arms out wide. Again, it's active, so they're not just kind of hanging in space. Plugging the shoulders in, sit tall. Squeeze your butt cheeks in, flex the toes. Take another full inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, let's come back to the center. Exhale, hands to heart. Close the eyes. Take a deep breath in. You're welcome to take Ujjayi breath if that's in your practice. Dragging the air in and out of the nose. I want you to, just for a second, think about something that you have learnt, maybe just over the weekend. Is there something that you have gained, an insight, some sort of lesson? Maybe it's a lesson that you've been having to learn over and over again. This time maybe it's going to sink in for you. And you put it into practice as you move and practice on the mat today. Tell yourself that you're going to use this to help yourself move forwards in an advantage. Help you to be a better person, a better human being. Let's come to a tabletop position. So in tabletop, fingers spread comfortably, however it works best for you. Toes tucked forwards. Inhale for a cow pose. And exhale, we'll dome the spine. Cat pose. Options to come onto the fingertips if that feels better. Again, inhale, cow. Flip the breastplate up. Toes are tucked here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips lift up and back. Keep the hands and feet short. Inhale, lower the knees, tabletop position. Take your time in the transition. Exhale as you round for cat pose. Move up the spine, ribs in, navel in. Inhale, cow pose, breastplate lifts, hamstrings lift, shoulders pull back. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Think of pulling from the hip points, the frontal hip creases. Inhale, lower the knees, tabletop. Slowly take your time. Exhale as you round for cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. From here, keep the tailbone tilted. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, down dog. Keep it a short down dog. Let's walk our feet just a little bit wider. And then bring the right hand closer towards the center of the mat. Left hand comes to the outside of the right calf or right shin. And then pull the hips back so they're as even as they can be. You might look up underneath the right underarm, pulling yourself through your way. So opposite hand to opposite foot. Left hand, right shin. To the outside of the leg, yeah. Then pull the shoulders back, pull the hips back. And then replace the left hand to where the right is. Right hand comes across the body to grab the outside of the left leg, the shin, the foot, whatever works best for you. And then notice if the pelvis is twisted or moved there. Pull the right hip back. You might look underneath the left underarm. Shoulders pull back, ribs are in. Push down into the heels. Keep pulling the left hip back. Take another inhale. Full exhale. One more inhale breath. And then release the hands back to that downward facing dog short position. Inhale, come up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, you'll either step or jump, feet outside the wrist for a frog squat position. Hands to heart, elbows to knees. So same as every class, the heels on the ground or on something. If they're not supported by the ground, then please step your feet wider, lift the hips higher, or roll the mat up behind you, grab a blanket, a towel, put it under the heels. Use it for support. Welcome to take a little sway side to side if that works. Then think, hug your butt cheeks up like when we were sitting before. I want you to squeeze your bum in so your hips are lifted higher than where your comfortable, relaxed position is. If this is a comfortable pose, it might not be, it might be tough. I want you to think lifting up and supporting yourself. Take a full inhale breath, option arms forwards or lifted. Exhale, ragdoll. Tip the hips up, head down. Have the feet wide, a bit wider than hips width position. You're welcome to take a little sway of the body here. Everything tip forwards and down. The head be relaxed, the arms relaxed. You're binding the arms, take the awkward grip, awkward elbow, awkward fingers on top. And take one more full breath in. Exhale, release the hands down. Bring the feet to a hip width position. Inhale, we'll come up to a mountain pose. Arms lift straight up to the sky. Exhale, hands come to heart. Again, inhale, arms lift straight up to the sky. Exhale, hands come to heart center. You can do this eyes open or closed, whatever works for you. One more time, inhale, arms lift straight up. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, lift your left knee. You're welcome to have the toes on the ground. Otherwise, you'll lift the leg. Toes will flex up. Little tiny bend of the right knee. You might get a nice wobble in the ankle. That's a good thing. Really helping our ankle to learn stability. Same with our feet, little muscles. Option to lift the arms straight up to the sky. And bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, arms lift back up. Exhale, lower the left foot and let's come into the revolved twist. So left arm comes back, keep the hips even. So right hip will pull back, make sure the pelvis doesn't twist. Inhale, we'll come back to the center. Let's do it again. Exhale, left arm comes back. Right arm forwards, pull the right hip back. Same side. Inhale, arms lift straight back up. Exhale, hands come to heart. We're going to put those two things together. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Left leg lifts, arms lift up. A little different though. Right hand comes to the outside of the left knee. Left arm can come back and down and behind. Right hip is hugging in. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Let's come back to the center. And exhale, step the left foot all the way back behind you. Bring the hands to the ground or onto your blocks. Left palm presses down. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. Exhale, runner's lunge. Bring the hand to the inside of the right foot. Lower the back knee. Option to take a quad stretch. Option to keep it lifted so it's active. An arm balance, Vinyasa, anything else that feels good for you here. Might be some movement. It might be moving onto the forearms. Might be walking the hands further out. Bringing the blocks under the hands or the forearms. Take a couple more breaths. One more full inhale. And full exhale. Inhale, lift the back knee. On the exhale, move into a Skandasana position. So pivot the back heel down, turn the right toes in slightly. Your bum will come down as low as it can. You might be on the right tiptoes as well. Left toes flex to the face. Option hands to heart, option arms reach out. Option to bind. Take a full breath in. Exhale back to that lunge position. Please grab your blocks. Inhale, straighten the front legs. We move into a modified pyramid. So the back heel's off the ground. The feet are as if they're on train tracks. Turn the blocks up as tall as they need to go so you can have a long neutral spine. Now notice we want the pelvis nice and neutral and even. If the right hip is lower or higher, you may need to bend the right knee just a little to slide the right hamstring back and then push the pubic bone back so it can lengthen the front of the spine. Again, come up taller onto fingertips or the taller side of the blocks if you need. Option to flex the right toes to the face. We'll take a full inhale breath. Exhale, let's step forwards to the top of the mat. Inhale, mountain pose. Again, let's come all the way up, arms lift to the sky. Exhale, hands come to heart. Again, arms lift straight up, stand tall, hug the outer hips in. Exhale, samasti to hip. One more time, inhale, arms lift straight up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Bring the hands to the pelvis. Inhale, lift the right knee. Toes flex up, same thing. Little bend of the left knee. You're welcome to now bring the arms straight up to the sky. Think of keeping the pelvis nice and even. Push the right heel down. Hug the left glute in. Take a full inhale breath. Exhale, release the foot. The hands come down. Left arm forwards, right arm back. So take that lateral twist right. Inhale, let's come back to mountain pose. Again, exhale, bring the arms down, right arm back, left arm forwards. Keep hugging the left hip back, so don't let the pelvis move. Inhale, back to the center. One more time, don't let the hips move. Exhale into revolved twist, left hip back. Inhale, arms back up to the sky. Let's come to one-legged mountain. And now bring your left hand to the outside of the right knee. The right arm comes down and back behind you. You might look back to the right thumb. Think of hugging your left butt cheek in. Otherwise, look forwards wherever you need to. Just reach the right arm back. Press down into the left big toe, stand taller. Full exhale, breath. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, release. Right leg comes all the way back. Hands to the ground. Right hand is planted. Inhale, left arm straight up to the sky. Exhale, runner's lunge. Bring the left hand inside the left foot. Toe heel the left foot to the top left corner. Again, you're here on your palms, forearms blocks. Taking a quad stretch, an arm balance, whatever feels good for this side of the body. Still slowly breathing, filling up that low area of the abdomen and low back. Take another full breath in. We're here for about 3 more breaths. One more. Come up onto the palms. Inhale, lift the back knee. Again, turn the left toes in a little. Pivot the outside of the right foot down. Bring your bum down towards the left calf or left heel. Option to come onto the tiptoes. Hands could be on blocks or could be up as high as you need. Flex the right toes in so you're supporting the right ankle. You might just be in a high side lunge as well. So this is the option for modification. You'll be in a high side lunge. Toes will be on the ground so you're supporting. Yeah. Otherwise you find, don't go lower. Stay up high. See? Yes, exactly where I showed you. Take another full breath in. Exhale back to the lunge position. Bring the feet to the hip width Inhale, straight front leg, coming into a modified pyramid. So here, modification is feet are in a hip width position, back heel is lifted. So we don't have the heel down, we have the heel up. Let's wrap our outer left hip back with the front of the chest, so therefore the blocks are as high as they need to be so you can have a neutral spine. Pull the left hamstring back. Bend the knee. If you don't have movement, little release valve in the left knee to wrap the outer left hip back. Same option to flex the left toes to the face. Keep the front of the chest lifted and pulling forwards. Push the inner right thigh back. Take another full breath in. Exhale, bend the front knee. Let's step forwards into a forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, let's come down to a squat and curl position. Forehead in towards the knees. Coming onto the tip toes if that works for your body. And you're welcome to bring the hands off the ground. You're welcome to close the eyes for a quick bit of balance. Take a couple of breaths here. One more full inhale. And exhale, slowly coming to a forward fold. Top of the mat, feet hip width. Inhale, let's come up, mountain pose with the arms. Exhale, hands to heart. Just one. Inhale, one-legged mountain, left leg lifts, arms lift up. Let's bring our right hand to our left leg, left arm back behind us, option to look back. Now here, take an inhale, come back to one-legged mountain. Exhale, we'll step the left foot all the way back. With the blocks, inhale, straight the front leg, modified pyramid. Exhale, bend the front knee. Flow a little bit here. Inhale, warrior two. We open up. Left heel down, arms reach out. Exhale, side angle, A, B, or C, your choice. Forearm on the thigh, hand inside or outside the leg with or without extension. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the bend of the front knee, reach back. Track the right knee open. Exhale, hands to the ground, step forwards with control. Inhale, mountain pose, lift all the way up. Exhale, hands come to heart. Inhale, one-legged mountain, right leg is lifted. Exhale, our modified lateral twist, right arm back. Inhale, back to one-legged mountain. Exhale, we step the right foot all the way back. Again, with or without the blocks. Inhale, modified pyramid, lift the front of the chest. Exhale, bend the front knee. Pivot the back heel down. Inhale, warrior two, we open up, right toes turn in. Exhale, side angle A, B, or C. Keep pushing the left knee open, right thigh firm. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the front knee bent, press the outer right foot to the ground. Exhale, hands to the ground. Let's with control step forward so we pull the left hip back to assist that step. Inhale, lift halfway. Come into a garland pose with our big toes together, knees out wide. Bring the heels as close to the ground as they can get. You might have the hands in front of you. You might have the hands behind you, binding or pressing the back of the hands to the ground. Take 2 more breaths. One more inhale. And the exhale, squeeze the thighs in, forward fold, standing forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold again, feet about hip width. Change it up a little. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Let's come straight up with the left leg lifted. Exhale, lateral twist. Option to keep the right arm lifted this time. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Left leg straightens if you can. Exhale, we step the left foot back. Grab your blocks on the way if you need. Inhale, modified pyramid. Lift the chest. Option to flex the toes. Exhale, back to a low lunge. Inhale, warrior two, open up. Exhale, side angle, A, B, or C. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the front knee bent. Push the right knee open to the right. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step forwards and fold. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Right leg lifts. Exhale into the lateral twist. Option left arm forwards, or you can grab the thigh. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Option to straighten the right leg. Exhale, we step the right foot all the way back. Feet hip width. Grab your blocks. Inhale, modified pyramid. Option to flex the left toes. Exhale, bend the front knee. Pivot the back heel down. Inhale, warrior two. Again, we open up. Exhale, side angle. Push the outer right foot to the ground. Right toes are turned in. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the front knee bent. Push down into the left big toe. Pull the left outer hip back. Exhale, hands to the ground. Again, step forwards and fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, let's again come to our garland pose. Big toes together, knees wide. Bring the heels as close to the ground as they can get. And breathe. Again, if you would like to take the bind, the fingers will come into the outer hip creases. You'll press the back of the hands to the ground. Take one more inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Hips up, head down. Let's grab our strap in our right hand. The feet are hip width position. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Let's stand up and lift our left leg. Exhale, bring the right hand to the left knee. Now you may need to, if your balance is a bit iffy, put the strap around the left foot. You will be holding the strap with one hand like we did lying down. Right thigh presses back, left hand can come on the left hip, or you'll reach the left arm back behind you. Now, if you have the big toe grip, you will grab the outside of the foot, extend the foot, reach the arm. Maybe look back to the left thumb. Keep the legs active, left hip pushing down to the right heel, right thigh pushes back. Whew. You always have the option to keep the knee bent and grab the outside of the leg. Take another full breath in, full breath out. Can you keep the left leg lifted? Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, step the left foot all the way back. Inhale, modified pyramid. Let's pivot the back heel down, coming into a full pyramid pose, bringing our chest out and down towards the right big toe. So the feet will be maybe about a hip width position. Right hip is still wrapping back. Chest pulls forward. So if you're really rounded, try and open up the front of the spine. So yeah, if you need to come up onto the blocks, please use them. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, we pivot to the left for wide leg forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. So the feet will be parallel to one another. Bring your hips forwards so your hips are in line with the heels. So they're not back behind them. If you need to bend the knees a little bit for that, give them a little bend. Bring the hands forwards. You're welcome to take the big toe grip if that works for you. Pulling the front of the chest forwards. Shoulders pull back. Your head nearly touches the ground easily. You can bring the feet in a little closer. Lift the inner kneecaps up, the hamstrings and the inner thighs up, all the way to the glutes. Take a full breath in, lift halfway. And let's take the twist over to the right side. Bring your right hand to the outside of the left foot. Notice if the pelvis goes with it. Pull the right hip back. Then you might look up underneath the underarm, Left hand can come up to the sky, or you're welcome to go for the double bind. Left arm will come in between the right arm and the left leg, and you'll now reach for the opposite leg, looking up underneath the right underarm. It's like you're pulling yourself, twisting yourself around. Keep hugging the outer hips in, pressing down into the outer feet. Taking the double bind, inhale, left arm lifts back up. Exhale, back to the center. Inhale, lift halfway, suck up through the guts, the outer hips hug in. Exhale, pivot to the right, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, grab the strap in your left hand if you need the strap for the pose. Inhale, we'll stand up and lift our right leg. You will grab your strap, place it around the ball of the right foot. If you need to do this another way, lowering the foot to the ground first, you can. Otherwise, push your left thigh back, hold the strap in your left hand to the right hip, straighten your right leg. Pull the shoulder back, option to move into the revolved twist with the right arm back, think left thigh pushes back. Again, the same option to use the hand. So if you have enough flexibility to grab the foot, you'll push the heel away. Again, same thing, left thigh pushes back. Hug your left butt cheek in. Right hand can be on the hip or right arm will reach back, and you might look back to the right thumb. Right arm back. Same option to keep the front knee bent. We'll take another full breath in. And full breath out. Can you keep the leg lifted? Inhale, lift. Exhale, step the right foot all the way back. Inhale, modified pyramid. Exhale, pivot the back heel down, full pyramid pose. The right toes are turned on a slight angle. The finger about a hip width position. Hands can be up onto blocks. Left foot points forwards. Again, wrap the outer left hip back and start to pull your chest out towards the top of the left foot or out past the toe. Again, if you're rounded, think of opening through the front of the spine. Keep sliding the left lateral hamstring and, excuse me, full hamstring back. Push the right thigh in and back. Take another full breath in. And full breath out. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, let's move to the right. Pivot right for Prasarita Padottanasana. Wide leg forward fold. Again, you can take a more narrow stance if you're a lot more flexible. Have the feet slightly turned forward so they're parallel to one another. Maybe slightly turned in if you're a little more hyper-flexible. Again, you can take the big toe grip. Lift the back of the legs all the way up. Finger pulling the kneecaps up to the hips. The shoulders pull back. The head hang, tip forward. So again, the pelvis is in line with the heel bones. If you need to bend the knees a little bit for that or bring the blocks under the hands, please use your props to support you. Now you have an option. Inhale, lift halfway. Bring our right hand to our left outer ankle. You might stay here, lift the right hand, bring the right hand to the sacrum, or we'll take the double bind. So your right hand will come in front of your right leg, in between the left arm. You'll bring the arm across to the left leg, and then maybe look up underneath the left underarm. Again, pull the left hip back, press the outer feet down. Keep lifting the legs up to the pelvis, but pushing the heels down. Take another full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, release if you're taking the double bind. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, pivot left, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Keep the heels on the ground and come down to a lower squat as you can take without lifting the heels. The hands can come forwards for a counterbalance. Take a full breath. Blocks are easy to grab them. And then bring your bum onto the ground, lowering all the way onto your back. Happy baby by either grabbing the big toes, the outside of the feet, the ankles, or the back of the thighs. Especially if the pelvis lifts off the ground, please grab somewhere closer towards the back of the legs. Press the pelvis, the head and shoulders down. Spread the collarbones. Make sure the weight's in the back of the skull, that you're not flattening the neck. Take another full breath in. And exhale, hug the knees to the chest. Release the legs now into Shavasana. Option to put the blocks under the back of the knees. We move back into the mindfulness of just being present. If you have any props that you would like to put over the abdomen, the thighs, maybe an eye pillow over the eyes, let yourself fully surrender here. Give yourself permission to let go as much as possible. Listen to the sounds without letting them change you, without letting them change your state. Just take in and observe the sense feeling of the body. Notice any thoughts that pop into your mind without letting them be gripped onto, without following them. The same with any emotions, feelings. Just simply observing, noticing. Letting the breath be nice and shallow. Just natural breathing through the nose. Again, it's conscious and mindful breathing without too much effort. As you lay here, allow mind and body to just be. I highly suggest staying for even longer if you can. Stay and really take in as much or as many of the benefits that you'll receive for being here. If you are able to follow whatever lesson you may have found or realized over the weekend or last week or maybe even just today, allow that to continue with you for the rest of tonight. Allow it to help you to learn more and more as much as possible. This will continue on YouTube, so YouTube, just stay relaxed. Instagram, thank you very much. Please share. Subscribe to YouTube, I'd love that. YouTube land. As you lay here, our bodies are such an amazing machine. Are you taking full advantage of everything that it can do? Are you squandering your days? If you've been given these days where you don't have to go to work, have you taken advantage of the time that you've been given? If you haven't yet, can you now? Can you make a commitment to yourself that from right now on, you're going to do the best that you can for your mind, for the body, for you, for everyone around you?
hope that you do that. When do we really get this chance? Anyway, when you're ready to come back into today, deepen your breath, start to move your body. Bring yourself up to a seat. Again, highly recommend you stay. If you're coming up to a seat, make it comfortable. Eyes open or closed, hands on the legs, the lap, the heart, whatever works. Thank yourself for doing this, for taking the time to connect, to ground, to be present, to learn something new maybe, try something new. I thank every single one of you for that. As you now bring the hands through prayer, thumbs to the third eye, we bow in that complete gratitude. Thank you, everyone. Namaste. Thanks. Thanks, boys. Thanks, Scott. Thanks, Charlie. Please, any questions, comments, feedback, anything at all, send me a message. I'd love it if you gave it a thumbs up. I'd absolutely love it if you shared this. If you haven't yet subscribed, I would love that as well. And if you are most welcome. Have an awesome rest of your day, guys, whatever you are yet to do. Again, remember, take advantage as much as you can. Please do it for the people around you. Okay, love you all. Mwah. I'll see you Wednesday. Next class is Wednesday, no Tuesday. Love yous.